What's happening, guys? Welcome to today's video. We're going to take you through a back session, typically one of the sessions that I'm still doing during my marathon training. Obviously, strength training is still so important, even though I am doing a bit more running over the marathon. You can't forget about the gains, and let's face it, shifting tin is so much fun. So we're going to take you through a back session, one of my typical back sessions of the week. I'm going to walk you through some of the exercises and also a couple of form tips to get the most out of a good back session. Let's do it. So always like to start off with like an activation exercise. So we did the pullovers just to get the lats firing. Now we're going to do our first major compound exercise, which today is going to be a bent over row. With this type of training that I'm doing at the minute, the max I'm hitting on a lot of my exercises for like the bigger compound lifts is only 2 sets. Some people like to do 3, 4, obviously, but the way I like to train now and the way that I've been working with my coach Hader, it's literally 2 sets. So you do like a heavy set and a back off set. For me, I'm actually enjoying this intensity and this style of training a lot more because mentally I know that if I've got 2 sets, I'm giving my all. So the rep range is going to be a 5 to 7 on the first set, and then we're going to do a back off set of around 10 to 12. When it comes to your warm-up sets, do not spend too much time faffing around doing loads of reps. We're literally hitting like 3s and 4s just to feel the weight because you don't want to fatigue yourself for that first set. So basically, I'm going to take like 3, 4, 5 sets to get up to that first warm-up set weight, but literally 2 or 3 reps, just feel it and make sure that my form is right, and then we're ready to rock and roll. If you're doing like 10s, 12s, when you get to that first warm-up set, no, that first working set, you're like, I'm done. So again, little tip, make sure you don't spend too much energy on your warm-up sets, all right? What I'm looking to do is typically when a lot of people row, they'll pull the weight or the dumbbell into their chest, but they'll shrug. And the one thing you want to make sure when you're rowing is making sure you pull your elbows right behind you and you get that weight into your hip crease. And you want to feel a really nice squeeze in like the middle part of your back and your lats. So as you can see now, hopefully if I do it right, that I'm moving this weight into my hip crease and not up into my chest. How are we looking? Was that all right? Oh, I think we're there. I'm probably going to put like 2.5s on and I'll make that my first set. So like, unlike the bent over row where your form has to be reasonably good to keep that form, to keep that position, here you can really focus on just getting those dumbbells to come right the way in. So if you're like a beginner trying to learn the principle of a row, this is going to be a really good one for you because you can really get that sensation of getting the dumbbells to come right into your hips and get that squeeze. Don't stop when you want to stop. Stop when your body literally can't do another rep. That's when you stop. I didn't catch that. Let me tell you again. Don't stop when you want to stop. Fucking hell. Sean will be able to walk out the door, mate. Fucking hell, bro. What's happened here? When you start failing, don't rush it. That was the one thing that I used to do. It's like you start failing, you just got to rush through it. Nah, hold that position. Just let the muscle work. Even if you don't make that rep, let it keep working, contract slow, 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 slow. Just embrace the fact that you are actually failing. Don't just like try and get through it as fast as you can. Slow it down. With this, every single time I'm doing a rep, I'm like, okay, lead with the lat. I don't want to be feeling it here. I want to be pulling that mind-muscle connection. The intensity and focus that you got to have when you do weight training, again, is going to be the key with you seeing results. And you just like, you know, rocking up in the gym, thinking you're working out, but you're not really getting the right session or the right intent of it. You've got to be present, and every rep has to be good. It's a rear delt machine row. I'm trying to lead with the elbows behind me, almost like a right angle, so not in, out. And I want to imagine I've got like something in between my shoulder blades at the very kind of top. I'm trying to squeeze my upper back together. Should be feeling this more in your upper back rather than mid back, lower back. It's a really good one. We're going high volume here. 20 reps for 3 sets. Then we're done. Get that squeeze. Done. It's good session. Who's a bigger? Who's a bigger? She's pretty jacked, to be fair. You can literally step on stage tomorrow.
Stage ready.
This is literally Izzy, 365 days a year. Right, Cocoa Pops, let's get it. So, that was today's session. Key things to get the most out of your weight training. Number 1, intensity. Make sure, guys, that whenever you're lifting, you're fueling up, you've got enough food in you, you go in there and you lift to get the most out of your session. Number 2, have a plan. If you're just heading into the gym without a plan, there's just literally no point. You've got to make sure that you're progressively overloading yourselves every time you step in the gym. So whether that's improving your weights, improving your technique or your form, go in, have a plan. And number 3, I always say this to people, and it might seem obvious, but sometimes it's not. Have fun. Genuinely, when I step in the gym, I can't wait to train. So whatever plan you're following, yeah, make sure you're looking forward to your sessions. Because if you ain't, what's the point? So I'm gonna leave you with them 3 tips. That's the session done. That's the week of training done. Tomorrow's a full rest day, and Monday we go again. Hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a like, give it a subscribe, and we will see you in the next one. Peace and love.